When a woman was cleaning the mirror, she accidentally noticed that the woman in the portrait reflected in the mirror moved eerily. However, when she turned around to look, there was nothing unusual about the portrait. At first, she thought what she had seen must have been an illusion, because how could a portrait move? But the next thing that happened made her deeply regretful. There was also a strange portrait in her eldest daughter Lucy's room. The person in the painting was holding a pair of scissors and a comb. Since moving into this new house, Lucy had felt more and more creeped out by it. So she immediately tried to take the painting off the wall. But to her surprise, the painting seemed to be grown onto the wall and she couldn't remove it no matter how hard she tried, as if what was on the wall wasn't a painting at all, but a real person. At night, Lucy was sleeping in her room when she soon heard the clicking sound of a pair of scissors beside her. Then her hair was inexplicably cut off. When she woke up the next day, her originally elegant long hair was in a mess. Furious, Lucy immediately thought of her naughty younger sister and went straight to her sister's room to find out what was going on. Strangely, her sister knew nothing about it. She hadn't left her room at all last night. This incident left Lucy very puzzled. That night, just as she had finished washing her hair and was about to go to bed, she suddenly heard the sound of scissors again. Because of what had happened to her hair the previous night, she found the portrait in her room even more annoying, so she covered it with a white cloth. Unexpectedly, in the middle of the night, a hand slowly emerged from behind the white cloth and started cutting her hair again. The moment Lucy opened her eyes, the hand quickly retracted behind the cloth. Looking at her hair that had been cut off again, Lucy thought of her sister once more. But when she was about to go out and teach her sister a lesson, she suddenly stopped in her tracks. Her sister couldn't possibly have come to her room at such a late hour. Just as she was feeling confused, the white cloth suddenly moved, and she could vaguely see a figure standing behind it. Lucy felt a tingle on her scalp and quickly hid in a nearby cabinet. When the white cloth fell to the ground, there was nothing there. Just as she didn't know what to do, the sound of scissors suddenly came from behind her. The figure had actually come up behind her. Scared out of her wits, Lucy struggled desperately and managed to escape from the cabinet. Hearing her screams, her parents rushed into the room and asked what had happened. At this moment, Lucy was so frightened that she was trembling. She pointed at the strange portrait on the wall and cried that the person in the painting had come out. Her father looked at her with doubt, because how could there be someone in a painting? Everyone thought Lucy had had a nightmare, but the fact that her hair had been cut was undeniable. Seeing that his daughter didn't seem to be lying, the father decided to take down the strange portrait. Unfortunately, the painting seemed to be firmly attached to the wall and couldn't be removed at all. In desperation, the father called his son, and the two of them managed to take the portrait down together. Little did they know that what happened next was even more terrifying.